Hello students, today with this lecture we are starting chapter 3 Human Reproduction. In first chapter you have already studied about reproduction in organisms, types of reproduction, sexual methods, mechanisms and examples. In chapter 2 also you have studied about sexual reproduction in flowering plants in detail. Today in chapter 3 we are going to study in detail about human reproduction. In this chapter main topics are male reproductive system, female reproductive system, gametogenesis, then formation of male and female gametes, menstrual cycle, fertilization, implantation, punctuation, lactation in detail. First, introduction to human reproduction. As you know very well, as being human being, humans are sexually reproducing organisms and viviparous. Sexually reproducing organism means they are having male and female sexes differentiated. Viviparous, it is already you have studied in detail. This type of organisms give birth to young one. As a part of sexual reproduction in humans, some reproductive events are observed. Which are these main events? These events include gametogenesis, means formation of gametes, male and female gametes. As a male gamete, sperms, they are produced in male, ovum produced in females. Second event, insemination. In this mechanism, transfer of sperms take place towards female genital tract. After that, third, fertilization event take place where fusion of male and female gamete is observed, which is actually leading to formation of zygote. So, as a part of reproductive events, first, gametogenesis, second, insemination and third, fertilization process are observed in human. Actually, these all events which are known as reproductive events, they occur after puberty. What is puberty? At certain age, it is achieved in male and female where secondary sexual characters they develop. Sexual organ develop, they get mature and are capable for formation of gametes in male and female. If we talk about differences in male and female, it is morphologically also observed as well as during reproductive events in male and female. These differences are actually sperm formation continues even in old men, but formation of ovum ceases in female around the age of 50 years. So this is main remarkable difference between the reproductive event in male and female of human being. First system, that is male reproductive system. In this system, which are main parts or regions? A pair of testes along with accessory ducts, glands and the external genitalia. Let's study first male reproductive system through figure. In this figure, you can clearly observe regions or parts involved in male reproductive system. Here you can see testes. One pair of testes is present here, that is oval in shape, located in sac-like structure, scrotum, outside the body. Scrotum you can also see in figure. Okay. Then some tubular structure, ductual structure, epididymis, vasa deferens, bulbourethral glands, prostate gland, seminal vesicle, urinary bladder. Their arrangement you can see in this figure clearly. In theory, we are also going to study these all parts or regions in detail. Testes are located here, that you can see. It is connected through some tubular or ductular structure, and it's here sperms are produced. They pass through this ductual structure, tubular structure. They are carried forward to further vasa deferences is there, and after it, through opening, it is ejaculated outside of the body. Over and above this, male accessory glands you can also see in this figure: seminal vesicle, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland. Secretion of these all glands are required, necessary for maturity of sperm and nutrition to sperm. Let's study all parts in detail. First, testes. Where they are located? They are located outside of the abdominal cavity within a pouch known as scrotum, and one pair. It means two in number. Scrotum. Why they are located in scrotum outside of the body? Because it helps in maintaining low temperature of testes. Lower means 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade, lower than the normal. It is necessary for spermatogenesis process. Spermatogenesis means formation of sperm. When they get this type of temperature, then and then sperms can produce here. That's why it is observed here. If we talk about adults, in adults each testis is oval in shape. Size or diameter, the length is 4 to 5 centimeter. Its width is 2 to 3 centimeter. These testes are covered by dense covering. Each testis has about 250 compartments. These compartments are known as testicular lobules. So, testes are in pair, the length 4 to 5 centimeter, width 2 to 3 centimeters, covering by dense covering, and having 250 compartments known as testicular lobules. Seminiferous tubule. They are actually 1, 2, 3 in number and highly coiled in each lobule. Actually, sperms are produced here. Each seminiferous tubule lined inside by two types of cells. First, male germ cells. They are spermatogonia. As the name suggests, male germ cells. They produce sperms. Second is Sertoli cells. What is all of these two types of cells here? First, male germ cell. After certain maturity, these cells undergo cell division, that is actually meiosis or reduction division. So, through this diploid cell, at the end of this process, number of sperms are produced and they are haploid because they are developed through meiosis process. Second, Sertoli cells. Their main role is to provide nutrition to the germ cell. So, here both cells are very important for formation of sperm or male gamete. Interstitial spaces are also observed. Within these spaces, small blood vessels and leading cells are located. Very important cells, they are leading cells here. Leading cells, they are responsible for secretion of androgens. They are also known as testicular hormones. Androgens are also known as male sex hormones. They are a group of hormones. They are responsible for development of male sexual characters. So this group of androgen is very important for male hormones. Male accessory ducts. Over and above these regions or part of male reproductive system, some ductular structures are located and they are known as male sex accessory ducts. Mainly they are retitestis, vasa apharentia, epididymis and vasa deferens. Seminiferous tubules. This tubular structure open into vasa apharentia through retitestis. Vasa apharentia, it actually passes through testis, then leave the testis and open into epididymis. So now you can understand that seminiferous tubule which open into vasa apharentia through retitestis, and the same vasa apharentia further passage will leave the testis and open into epididymis. This epididymis leads to vasa deferens that ascends to abdomen and loops over the urinary bladder. So gradually the arrangement of seminiferous tubules, vasa afferens, vasa deferens and epididymis are observed in male reproductive system. It receives a duct from seminal vesicles and opens into urethra as a ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct, it stores and transport of sperms from testis to the outside through urethra. So role of this duct is very important here. Urethra originates from urinary bladder here and extends through the penis to its external opening, which is known as urethral meatus. In men actually it is known as urinogenital passage. In human male, why it is known as urinogenital passage? Because from the same passage or opening, urine as well as gametes pass through. That's why this opening or passage is known as urinogenital passage. Now external genitalia. In male, penis is an external genitalia. It is having specialized tissue which is helpful for erection to facilitate insemination. It means that through this mechanism, the specialized tissue are useful for the function of erection and it leads towards the formation sperms to pass through this passage. Glans penis. This structure is having enlarged end of penis and it is covered by skin known as foreskin. Over and above these regions or parts of male reproductive system, some glands are there. This secretion is helpful for reproduction process, without which it is not possible to fulfill the reproduction procedure, and they are known as male accessory glands. Which are these glands? First, seminal vesicle, second, prostate gland, and third, one pair of bulbourethral glands. These all three glands, seminal, prostate and bulbourethral glands, collectively the secretion is useful for maturity and reproduction purpose. They are collectively produce seminal plasma. What is composition of this seminal plasma? This seminal plasma is rich in fructose, calcium and certain enzymes. If we talk particularly about bulbourethral glands, one pair gland located as a male accessory glands, its secretion is useful as a lubricant of penis. So, these three glands, seminal, prostate and bulbourethral male accessory glands, the secretion are very useful for reproduction process. We have already studied about figure which shows male reproductive system and its parts. In this figure, it shows male reproductive system with open testes, and you can get clearly idea about this arrangement. Here you can see in pelvic region of male, both sides, right and left, one pair of testes, each side one, right and left is located. It is clearly observed it is oval in shape. In open testes, you can see all the structure, that is testicular lobules, rete testis, vasa afferentia, epididymis. Okay, so this way these arrangements are observed here. Vasa differences you can see here. Another side, right hand side, you can see the arrangement of male accessory glands. First, seminal vesicle, second, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland. So all three glands, accessory glands, are arranged this way in male reproductive system. Particularly from where testes, male gametes, sperms are produced. They pass through this ductular or tubular structure, vasa afferentia, epididymis. Then you can see vasa deferens. It passes through the passage through urinary blade. It passes through urethra. Penis structure you can also observe here. Penis is there. A steep region, that is glans penis. It is covered by skin, that is foreskin. It is also observed here. And at the end of reproduction process, when insemination process takes place, at that time through this urinogenital passage, sperm ejaculated outside. So after studying this topic, now you have clear idea about male reproductive system of human. Main parts, one pair of testes, some accessory glands. Testes is structure in detail, reproductive ducts, accessory glands, their secretion which are helpful for further reproduction process. So this way, in human, male reproductive system, its parts and regions are arranged.